going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm obviously once again going to be talking about Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and Pete Davidson because you guys, these three have just been bringing the freaking tea. So first of all, Kanye West is banned from posting on Instagram at all today, and the reason he got banned is because he was going off on Instagram yesterday and making some crazy accusations against Pete Davidson, like the fact he thinks Pete is going to get Kim hooked on drugs. Yeah, I know, that was just one of the Instagram posts that we're going to talk about. Obviously, Kanye West is continuing to escalate, and you guys, we've now learned, thanks to a new report from TMZ, that Kanye West isn't just escalating on social media, he's escalating in real life too. This new report states that Kanye West has obtained a new lawyer, and this new lawyer's number one priority is making sure that Kim and Kanye get a formal custody agreement done. It's a lot, I'm telling you. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are just continuing to get even stronger. Yes, I'm going to definitely expand on my thoughts on Pete Davidson getting a branding of Kim Kardashian's name and those multiple tattoos. I know I briefly addressed this in my mini pop-off yesterday, but I definitely want to expand on my thoughts on that during this pop-off. So you get the picture. We have a lot that we have to break down. It's also St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing my little green. I'm actually a little sleepy because Courtney Revolution got me to a boxing class very early, so I've got my coffee. Also, you guys know, sometimes when we're talking about these Kanye stories, it's really hard to have shams. So we're gonna have some coffee, even though it is later in the afternoon, but I need a little pick-me-up. And now I know, I'm sorry I dragged this intro on long enough. Sorry, straight to the tea, people. But let's go ahead and get straight to unwrapping these Kim, Kanye, and Pete Davidson facts. All right, so yesterday, Kanye West woke up and decided to choose violence over on Instagram. No surprise anymore these days. So his first Instagram post actually featured this photo of Pete, and it is also a photo of a headline. Now, the headline in the post reads, "Pete Davidson enraged audience with jokes about having sex with a baby." Now, Kanye's caption for this post read, quote, "Yet another reason why Skeet gotta stay away from my children. Oh, and nobody noticed that he ain't show up to SNL because Mr. I Can Help You With Meds had a mental breakdown after we ran him off the internet. Skeet, you not built for this. I already blacked the Super Bowl ad on you. Apologize to your family for being your family." He then followed that post up with this one. As you can see, it's one of the comments that was left on one of Kanye's Instagrams, where this person is saying how Pete Davidson made a jab at Kim Kardashian and she didn't even notice. Anyway, Kanye West decided to caption this post saying, quote, "I'm really scared Skeet will get my kid's mom hooked on drugs. He's in rehab every 2 months." He then followed that up with this post about Pete Davidson's friend. Remember, this is the friend that actually leaked the text messages between Pete and Kanye. He's the one that put them out on the internet. Kanye West was going off on him. He was also going off on Daily Show host Trevor Noah because he disagreed with some comments that Trevor made during his most recent episode where he was talking about Kim and Kanye and Pete Davidson. And he also continued to go in on the comedian DL Huey, who is not sweating Kanye's attacks at all, by the way. Now, after all of those posts, and let's be honest, all of the posts in the past, month or so that Kanye West has really been going off on social media, just today, Instagram finally decided that they will be banning Kanye West from posting for the next 24 hours. But also, let's be real here in the House of Hill, you know once those 24 hours are up, Kanye West is absolutely gonna have something to say about it. Okay, enough about Kanye's Instagram posts for now. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next thing I want to discuss, and that's something I teased you guys at the beginning of this video, and that's the fact that Kanye West is not just spouting things off on social media, he's also reportedly making plans to fight Kim on custody. In this new report from TMZ, sources actually confirmed that Kanye has hired a new lawyer. Her name is Samantha Spector, and custody is reportedly her number one priority. As you all know, just a little refresher, up until this point, Kim and Kanye have not had a formal custody agreement. Essentially, their arrangement has been 50-50 custody, with the kids staying predominantly with Kim, but these TMZ sources made it clear that Kim lets Kanye see the kids whenever he wants, that this is actually the first time he's been back in LA since the Super Bowl, and he's had access to the kids while he's been here, and that's kind of how they've just been doing things, that whenever Kanye's in town and he wants to see the kids, he's allowed to see the kids. Obviously, we know that Kanye West is contradicting that over on his Instagram. Also, I want to clarify one other thing. Do you guys remember about those Instagram videos I filled you in on Monday that Kanye West was posting over the weekend, and how he made that comment how all of the kids were supposed to attend that Donda 2 listening event in Miami? He thought all the kids were on the plane, and then he got a last minute text from Kim saying that North wasn't wasn't going to be on the plane, and this really upset him. He talked about this a lot in those Instagram videos where he felt that North specifically was being kept away from him. Well, sources spoke to TMZ and kind of clarified what happened in that scenario. Apparently, North was originally planning on going to Miami and going to the Donda 2 listening event, but she had a test at school that she'd studied for, and she didn't want to miss school in order to go to this event, so that's why Kim didn't send her, not because of any conspiracy theory. Again, I just wanted to clarify that and follow up on that because that is something I filled you guys in on Monday. Anyway, moving right along, these TMZ sources made it crystal clear multiple times that Kanye West's new attorney will establish a formal custody agreement as opposed to this whole informal agreement that they've been doing right now. Apparently, Kanye's attorney is prepared to go to court, but these TMZ sources also pointed out that this custody battle is going to be very difficult because Kanye West is constantly traveling and he's constantly changing his schedule. So it's going to be very hard to get Kanye West in court if he's barely in LA as it is. Now, Kim reportedly hoped that court would not be necessary when discussing custody of their kids with Kanye, but clearly that is out the window. It's starting to look like court might unfortunately be necessary. And then these TMZ sources also mentioned that Kim and Kanye are, quote, hardly speaking amidst all of this, which duh. That's not a surprise to me at all. I feel like all Kanye West is doing over on social media and by hiring this attorney, all he's doing is pushing Kim further away and further into Pete Davidson's arms. And obviously that was very evident by Kim's appearance on Ellen yesterday. I don't know about you guys, but I just felt like she looked very giddy. She looked very happy. You could definitely tell she has butterflies over Pete Davidson, which was kind of weird for me to see because I've always felt like this was definitely a PR relationship in the beginning. And of course, she also dropped the bombshell that Pete has multiple tattoos for her. And in addition to that, he also has her name branded on his chest so that it's permanent. I don't know about you all, but that is still so hard for me to comprehend. It's crazy. I just, for some reason, don't really feel appropriate popping bottles talking about Kanye West continually attacking Kim Kardashian on Instagram. So instead, we're going to caffeinate. I know I normally say hydrate, but we're going to caffeinate because I'm struggling a little bit on this St. Patrick's Day and I got to get it together. Okay, so first of all, really before I go any further, I want to make one thing crystal clear because some people were making some comments in my last pop-off from Monday. I, in no way, shape, or form, condone any of Kanye West's recent behavior on social media. I just wanted to address that and make that crystal clear because some people in the comments of my last video were getting it a little twisted just because I believe that Kanye West is telling the truth when he says that the Kar Jenner baby daddies have no say in where their kids go to school, or they all have to do this one thing at Christmas and you can't deviate from what the family does and the family takes priority, the kids take priority over partners, like it's us against everyone else and that includes the father of our children. Just because I said I believe that Kanye West is telling the truth when he said that does not mean that I approve of him airing this dirty laundry on social media or that I agree with it. I still think it is highly inappropriate. I still look at it as he is going after Kim Kardashian on social media, which is just wrong on so many levels. And for me, like I've said several times, but I want to go ahead and reiterate it, the biggest issue for me that I have a problem with is that one day Kanye's kids, if they haven't already, they are going to see all of the things that he has been saying about their mom and their mom's boyfriend on social media and how awful of a day that is going to be. So I just wanted to go ahead and make that clear at the beginning of this pop-off that I obviously do not condone Kanye West going off on social media constantly. And especially his most recent posts, you guys, the ones I filled you in on in this video, I feel like those are absolutely absurd. Now, should Pete Davidson have ever made a joke about doing anything with a baby? Obviously not. That's despicable and disgusting. I honestly don't even know what kind of joke you would come up with about a baby and that act. I think it's gross. But we also have to recognize, you guys, Kanye West can't be on social media and ask us to take Pete Davidson's joke seriously when just last week he was on social media telling us, oh, don't take this claymation video of me killing Pete Davidson seriously. It's just art. I mean, I've said this 1,000 times and I'm gonna say it again because I truly believe that Kanye West is the king of the double standard. He is the king of the double standard with people he disagrees with, whether that be Kim or Pete or or Trevor Noah or that DL Huey guy. Like anyone who ever goes against Kanye West, he then officially just wants to double standard the hell out of them. And in my personal opinion, I feel like somebody in Kanye West's circle, we know it's definitely not gonna be frickin' Tristan Thompson, but someone in Kanye's circle needs to get him together. Because making an accusation on social media that has been screen printed and will live forever that you think your ex-wife's boyfriend is going to get her hooked on drugs, that is not something that should ever see the light of day on social media. And you know what else I want to say? Honestly, props to Kanye's new lawyer for taking him on as a client and making custody her #1 priority, because I cannot imagine having to have Kanye West as your client and try to make a case that he should have 50-50 custody for his kids right now. I mean, just on the sheer fact that he's constantly traveling, constantly changing his schedule, in addition to all of those very aggressive social media posts. I mean, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but to me, that doesn't sound like you're really setting yourself up or even your client up for a successful situation. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. Now, I will say there is one positive thing in this entire situation, and I can't even believe that this is about to come out of my mouth, because you guys know I have not really been a big fan of Pete Davidson. Since the beginning, I've been very skeptical about him and Kim Kardashian's relationship, but I have to say, as of lately, and as of this week specifically, I really feel that Pete Davidson is exactly what Kim Kardashian needs, and I cannot believe I've even gotten to this place. Because like I said earlier, I feel like she was really emulating pure joy and happiness on Ellen when she was talking about Pete Davidson. I could really sense that she is actually finally happy, which she deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to be happy and do whatever they need to do to find their happiness. So I am happy for her. Now, I will say Pete Davidson getting multiple tattoos for Kim Kardashian and even that branding, to me, that does not speak to his level of commitment to this relationship, because Pete Davidson has a history of getting tattoos for whatever woman he's dating at that time. So in my opinion, I feel like Pete Davidson getting multiple tattoos for Kim Kardashian really isn't that big of a deal. Even him getting the branding, in my opinion, isn't that big of a deal, because I think no matter what, Pete Davidson is always going to want to remember the time in his life when he dated Kim Kardashian. I mean, hello, she's one of the most powerful and famous people in the world. Love her or hate her, you can't deny that. So I don't think that Pete Davidson is ever going to look back on this time in his life on fondly, even after all of the Kanye mess. And again, regardless of the fact that I don't think Kim and Pete are going to be together 10 years down the line, that doesn't really matter. I will say I'm just happy that he's with Kim right now and he's weathering this Kanye storm with Kim right now, because I feel like he's oddly exactly who she needs. All right, you guys, those are my thoughts on everything that's recently happened with Kim, Kanye, and Pete. I want to hear all of your thoughts and feels down below. I also want to thank you guys for being patient with me while I got this pop-up out. I've had a very busy past couple of days with some of my other work that I do, so thank you for being patient. While you guys are at it, make sure you guys also give me a follow over on Instagram and TikTok, and of course, don't forget to keep coming back to my channel to check out my YouTube shorts. Whenever I'm busy, I do typically find time to at least do a mini pop-off, and you can find my mini pop-offs on all of those places. Also, you guys, don't forget to check out my merch store at houseofhill.com, and on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Happy St. Patrick's Day!